we really recommend it for businesses, especially this time of year, because the amount of downtime that you get from your employees is tremendous. We did a case study on a large company that had over 200 employees in their building, and in the previous years it got to be pretty extensive. They had almost a quarter of their employees out for more than 10 days through the winter, collectively through that winter. And we came in and did a cleaning on their system in the early fall, and that next winter their case study came back that they had less than 5 employees out longer than 10 days, which was a huge difference. Take a note of people in your office space or in your home that are having respiratory problems, maybe sneezing, sniffling a lot more. It's all compounded effects on your immune system. So not only do natural occurrences happen, but when you have more of that material wearing on your system from the air you breathe, you'll notice it in the people around you. And if you're seeing 1 or 2 in a large office, that may be common. But if you're seeing high percentages in your office of people that are sick, it's a good time to take a look at it and say, maybe there's something here that we need to address. Here is a perfect example of a office space that has a return on the floor. These returns can be in the ceiling, they can be on the floor. It all depends on the way they were designed. But you can see that on these vents here, there's going to be light debris buildup. There's going to be some general spider webs, but the bulk of the material that we're going to find in here is going to be down in the ductwork. And if you guys can see in here, there's probably layers of material that's been for years down here. We have a carpet strip, we have mold, and we have actually all types of debris that's built up on this ductwork. Now, if you can look at this, I don't know if you can see it from here, but there's about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch buildup on this ductwork. And this stuff breaks down, and as the fan's running, will break down, and sometimes in chunks and sometimes in pieces, and blows right through that fan. And as it blows through the fan, that distributes them and opens up those spores and shoots it right back through the room. So this is part of the reason why it's very important to have these ducts cleaned before you really fire up your furnace and get things going. We're looking at a typical supply vent that you would see in some commercial and also residential applications. This is what we find a lot, is vents that are closed, and people close down vents because they want to save energy in some rooms and whatnot, but the misnomer is that if you start closing down all your vents, it's going to affect the airflow. It's going to also affect how the heating and cooling works in your house. So it's good to actually make sure that all your vents are open through the house so you have good airflow, that will have even flow throughout the house. But looking in these vents here, you'll also see you're going to find your typical spider webs. You're going to find all types of insects, bugs, moths, you name it. But the duct line actually is just coated with that dirt, and the dirt actually comes from that return that we just looked at. So all that material that breaks down the return, that gets sucked in through the return, this is all the dirt that passes right through the filter, or goes through a dirty filter, or goes around it. And so that's why also there's a lot of material in these ducts that blow through and need to be cleaned out.